Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Amari Kalia and I'm here with another video. In this video I wanted to talk about patience because as a 23-year-old in this generation, I feel like that's like one of the number one things that is holding our generation back, because we are all like rushing to like reach a goal, and like we're all like comparing ourselves to other people and their lifestyles, and we think that we're supposed to have those things right now. Especially like when you look at people that are in their, like I said, my generation, so people that are in their early 20s. When we look at people who are in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, like we have to understand that these people have worked for X amount of years to get to where they are. And that's something that I had to realize. Like, if I see like people that are clearly like, in their more mature, older years, and I look at them with like their cars and their houses and things like that, I'm like, dang, like, why don't I have that right now? But it's just like, girl, these people have worked for at least like 10 years to get to where they're at in life. And once I realized that and I made that shift in my brain, I don't even think about it no more, because it's just like, I'm 23 years old. The most I've done at this point is go to college and like self-develop a little bit. But it's just like, even me being a 23-year-old, like I haven't even scratched the surface of like what I'll be doing 10, really like 5-10 years from now. So it's like, why are we so in a rush to, well, I know why we're so in a rush. It's because we are fooled by all this stuff that we see on social media. We're all like so distracted, and we're all so focused on the materialistic things and how we look to other people, that we're trying to rush to do those things to have a certain image. So I think what we need to understand is the power of being patient and why it's so important to your daily life. Not even when you're trying to reach your goal, but just on a daily basis on how you're treating people. And that is something that I am learning right now in my life. So before I get into, some key points, I want to give you guys 2 scriptures to, think about or write down. So the first one is coming out of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 36, and this is the New Living Translation. It says, "Patient endurance is what you need now, so that you will continue to do God's will. Then you will receive all that He has promised." And then the second verse comes from Proverbs chapter 14, verse 29. It says, "People with understanding control their anger. A hot temper shows great foolishness." And I'm going to definitely speak on that later on. So the reason why patience is so important is because great things take time. When you're wanting to build something, whether it's in your career, you're trying to build a business, you're trying to build a relationship, raising kids, like it takes time and effort and like focus to really like build things, because you're going to make mistakes, you're going to learn, you're going to have to try new things, you're going to have to fail. Like I think our generation is so afraid of failing because we're so afraid of like what other people will say about us. But real people who are realistic and who are not so conformed to this world, they know that success requires failure. So they're not going to judge you or look at you like you're crazy for failing. Like if you look at people like Steve Harvey, Bill Gates, like all these people who are like billionaires, millionaires, like they're not going to laugh at you for failing, because they know that that's what it took to get to where they are. So that's one thing that people have to understand, is that failure is just a part of success. You have to fail in order to learn and make mistakes. So I think that that's one reason why we're so afraid to be patient, and why we're so afraid to even try anything, because we're so afraid of what everybody else will say and being ridiculed. But one thing I want to say is that when you are like on a journey to either self-develop or build a career or anything like that, you have to always remember your why and why you're doing what you're doing. So a lot of times, like when it comes to being patient, we get so, let's say like you're on a journey in your career. That's pretty much what I'm going to be focusing on, just because it's like the most common thing. So let's say that you're on a journey to build a YouTube channel or build a business or just level up in your career. You have to be patient, and in that process, in that season, one of the best ways to, stay consistent and stay disciplined and see the journey through is to always remember your why and why you started. Are you doing this thing because you want a reward, or are you doing it because you actually enjoy doing it? You have to enjoy the process. Like, trust the process and enjoy the process. A lot of people push the whole trust your process thing. Definitely trust it and believe in yourself. Believe that you can do whatever it is you want to do, but also enjoy the process. You need to really find favor in what it is that you're doing. So for me, like, I'm on this journey of building my business and becoming healthier and becoming a better, future wife, becoming a better daughter, friend, all those things. And I'm enjoying, like I can genuinely say that I enjoy, like, everything that I'm doing on a daily basis. Me waking up early, doing my devotionals, praying, going to the gym, meal prepping. Like, I like to do those things. I've created a routine for myself that has allowed me to really enjoy what I do on a daily basis. A lot of times we're in situations that we genuinely don't like or we don't enjoy, and I think that's kind of a red flag that maybe you shouldn't be doing what it is you're doing. Because if you are focused on something and you really want to do something, you're going to enjoy doing it just because you like doing it. It shouldn't be about an end goal, because at the end of the day, once you get to the end goal, it's going to be more to come. You're going to have to keep going if you want to maintain it. So you have to enjoy where you are in life, and then also, looking towards the future. But as you're looking towards the future, you need to enjoy every step that it's going to take to get to that point. And I think that's what people forget, like, they don't understand. It literally says patient endurance is what you need now. So you need to be patient for a long amount of time. You need to be able to, like, let's say you're trying to save money, like, you're saving money, you're trying to pay off debt, you want to become financially free. Like, in the beginning, it's going to be hard for you to, like, become disciplined and, like, stick to a routine, stick to a schedule. But as time goes on, you start to see that debt go down, that savings account or checking account building up. You're going to start to enjoy and love that you're being disciplined and you're doing something to take care of yourself or your family. And so it's important to be patient and have that endurance, be able to do it for a long amount of time, because when you're trying to build something, it takes a long time. Like, great things take time. Where you're building a house, that takes a long time for it to be built, because they have to make sure that everything is in order. They don't want the house to fall down after a month or when it rains. You want it to have a strong foundation, and that's what it's all about. That's the next thing I want to talk about. When you're going through this journey of, having to be patient and do something for a long amount of time, during that time, more than likely, you have to self-develop, because honestly, we don't be ready for that thing that we're striving for. Like me right now, I can honestly say that I'm not all the way ready to receive, like, thousands of dollars every single month. Like, I think that I need to go through a little bit more self-development when it comes to managing money, and just having a mindset of growth. Like, I definitely need to, like, become more disciplined when it comes to that before God blesses me with thousands of dollars every month, because I just know myself. And so that's the thing. People think that they're ready for stuff, but they really don't be ready for it. And that is why God puts us through tests, and the reason why we go through seasons in life is because it prepares us for that thing that we are looking for. So everybody, like, especially my generation, we're so, like, quick to do things, and we want things so bad because we see everybody else doing it, or because we just want it. Like, we operate so much out of our emotions and our feelings. And thing about it is, we don't even be ready for that stuff, and then we haven't even self-developed at all. Like, most people haven't healed, most people haven't tried to learn who they are, and most people haven't accepted other people, learned how to stop being so judgmental, gave their life to God. Like, the average person hasn't done that. The average person hasn't forgave people. The average person hasn't just really, like, took the time out to learn who they are and why they are what they are. And it's like, you want this thing, but you have to, like, people think becoming successful is about money. No, becoming successful is about the person that you become. So while you're on this journey, you're being patient. This is the time for you to, like, learn who you are, learn what you like, learn your thoughts, learn your habits, learn your behaviors, change your habits, change your behaviors, change your thoughts, and develop a better mindset, a different mindset, to where you have a growth mindset, you have a positive mindset, and you're always, like, striving to be a better person, and you're not so much of a negative, pessimistic person. So the thing about it is, during this journey of you, being patient and, just putting in that work every day, or sowing your seed, like, you're growing and you're evolving and you're becoming a better person. And that's what it's all about. And I think that once more people start to understand that it's not about getting to a destination, it's about the journey, I think that'll kind of change the way we see things, and we always stray away from, these get rich quick schemes and just, all these things that we're trying to do to get rich. I think that if we just really focus on who we are and like becoming better people and like paying attention to how we treat others, I think that'll help us to really enjoy, like, okay, you know what, I want to grow, I want to change, and I want to take it day by day of just becoming who I want to be. Because let's be real, like real work, like a lot of people, like it takes a lot to really change your mindset. You have to do a lot of, you know, either therapy or journaling, you know, just healing, writing, listening to audiobooks and things like that to really just self-discover and learn who you are. It's going to be really hard for you to like spend like 12 hours a day doing it. Like honestly, it's not even healthy to do that. You want to do a little bit each day, and that's the thing. Like people don't understand that it's the small things you do on a daily basis. It's not one big thing you do. It's about the small habits that build up over time. They're going to build your character, you know, help you to develop discipline, consistency, you know, develop a strong mindset, be able to be resilient, and being able to have endurance, and just having thick skin. You know, we need thick skin in this world, and all of those traits and habits are things that you need to develop over time, and they're going to develop over time if you put yourself in that mindset of, I want to grow and I want to have the skills, the mental skills, the emotional skills to be able to have endurance and take on the things that are going to come in my life. In order to do that, you need to be patient and trust the journey and trust the process. Another thing, like our generation gives up so easily, and the thing is, when it comes to giving up, if you give up, you never know like how that was going to turn out. So we have to understand that if you give up, you're not going to get there any faster. You're just slowing yourself down because you're going to start over, or you might even go back to that thing, or you might go back to it 5 years from now. Sometimes like you do need a break from stuff to really like learn and like really understand what you're trying to do. Maybe it wasn't your season to try it out, but at the end of the day, if you know you want to do something, you definitely should have a mindset of, if I give up, I'm gonna have to start all over, and it's not gonna help me get there. If I just gave up on YouTube, gave up on building my business as a trainer, like I will never get to a point where I'll know like, can it be successful? Like, can I actually reach a goal? I haven't been doing it long enough to say whether I'm gonna be successful in it or not. Now, if it's like a year, 2, 3 years, and I haven't seen any growth, then okay, like maybe that's a sign that I need to change some things up, or I need to try something different. If I give up on something after 3 months and I've been doing it consistently, and I just give up because, oh, I'm not seeing no growth, or oh, like I'm not seeing any benefits of this, it's like, yeah, you might as well just give up on life, because everything takes time. You know, like I was saying earlier, like all these millionaires and billionaires, like they have worked for so long. Like the guy who owns Amazon, Jeff Bezos, I think, I don't even know, I'll be getting them all mixed up. Like if you actually like go read their history, like they did these things for a long time. They didn't just wake up one day and got rich. Like no, these people like really like put in work for X amount of years, and now they are very successful. And I think that's what our generation like don't understand, is like these people work. Like we need to work. Like I think like all this like social media and like soft life, like all this stuff has kind of like really got us distracted to think that, oh, we're not supposed to like work. Like I'm not, and see, that's what I'm saying, like it's all about your mindset. I'm not saying like go work like 80 hours a week. No, what I'm saying is like whatever goal you have to work on it every single day, whether it's 5 minutes or whether it's 2 or 3 hours. It just depends on your drive and whatever it is you're working on. But people, they give up easily. You know, when they don't see it happening when they want to see it happen, they give up. And so don't be that person. See things through. If you see it through, like it literally doesn't matter, because if you don't see it through, you might as well not even start. Like you might as well shouldn't have started. But see things through. Give it time. Like give things time to build up and grow over time. That's just like with the relationship. Like people be so quick nowadays to give up on relationship. Like if I would have gave up on my relationship like a long time ago, like we wouldn't be where we are. Like we are very happy together. Like we travel together, we have fun, like we gave our life to God. Like we are really like grown as a couple. Like we've grown so much as a couple, and this is only like the beginning. We're only 6 years in. So it's just like you got to see things through, and you have to like put in work for it. Relationships take work. That's just like with your family, with your job, like whatever it is in life, you have to like see it through, and you have to put effort into it for it to grow. But throughout this time, you have to be patient and let things grow and build up over time, and stop trying to be so quick to get things now. You want things when you want it, and it's all about you. You can't have a mindset like that, because pretty much nothing is going to work in your favor. Like, you have to understand that everything will come when it's supposed to. So that's one thing. And then the last thing, like the verse that Proverbs chapter 14, when it said people with understanding control their anger, and a hot temper shows great foolishness. That's another thing. Like, another good way to practice patience is to understand that you have to be patient with even the small things in your life. That's something that I'm learning. Like, it's so easy for me to like literally get an attitude or like snap, you know, or just have that little, you know how we are, like just having that demeanor of just having an attitude or getting mad at stuff quickly. But what I'm learning is that if you really like be patient with things that are in your everyday life, it'll really help you to like grow patience when it comes to bigger things. So like, for example, like with my dog, like I've been wanting to really like yell at him and just be mad at him sometime when he do certain things, but I be having to understand like he's literally an animal. Like, he's a dog. He doesn't really understand what he's doing for real. So just being patient with him, with my partner, like being patient with him, trying not to get attitude, stuff like that. In the car, y'all know that's everybody's favorite thing to bring up. In the car, being patient. Like, I'm really trying to like grow patience there. Like, when I see people like jump in front of me or whatever it is, what's the word when they hit the brakes? Like, they hit the brakes real hard or just whatever. Like, just having that patience of like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. Or if somebody in front of you is going real slow, honestly, them going slow could really be like saving you from something. You never know. So like, just being patient with the little things, like, and being more gentle, being more compassionate towards other people. Like, I work in an MRI center, so like sometimes patients come in there, they be tripping, you know, or they might have their information wrong, or even like when I'm on the phones, patients be rude, calling, like saying all type of crazy stuff. Honestly, like, I don't even be, I can honestly say I never have an attitude with people at work. Like, I'm always just that person that's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, like, I understand, da da da. Like, I'm always trying to like help people, because at the end of the day, people just be needing help, and they just be putting their frustrations out on anybody. So I'm just learning how to have patience even in those small situations, and that has helped me to really have patience with my own personal journey when it comes to self-development and my career. So yeah, practice patience in both ways, like not even just your goals, but just also like with your kids, with your partner, with your job. Just understand that we all are going through things, and it's not okay for people to obviously like be rude to you, but just understanding that like honestly it's not personal. They're just upset and they're going through their own struggles, and they're just putting it off on whoever they can put it off on. But also take awareness of yourself, making sure that you're not doing that to other people. You know, don't be rude to other people, don't snap at other people. Just be patient and understand that we all are going through things, and we're all just trying to get through life the best way that we know it. So a couple more things I did want to add is, while you're on this journey, especially like if you're trying to build a business, make time for things that are not business related. Do things that you enjoy. Do like hobbies and things while you're on the journey, because it'll just help you like throughout the process. Like for me, this weekend I'm traveling for the weekend. I'm going to Chicago, just because like we've been to a lot of big cities, so that's like one of the next big cities that was on our list. But obviously I'm in like grind mode right now, and I will be for the next few years. And so it's just like, I didn't want to go at first, but I'm like, you know what, I need like a weekend break to just kind of like reset, you know, get some new scenery, see some new scenery, and just like experience life. So make time for things like that to make your journey more enjoyable. Create a routine and a schedule that works for you. Like, don't go off what you see on social media. Like, obviously get ideas about, you know, what you can do in the mornings or afternoons, but make your schedule and your routine to something that tailors your goals and what you want to do on a daily basis, not what you see everybody else doing. That'll help you also like have more patience with yourself, because you're doing things, like I said earlier, that you actually enjoy. And then last but not least, like this is obviously not the least one, be serious and be all in. Like, when it comes to your goals, like even when you're trying to be a better person and you're trying to change and things like that, you have to be serious about it. Like for real, guys, like we got to get like out of this world. Like when it comes to all this stuff that we care about, like we really need to like let go of like all these temptations that are around us, all these things that got us brainwashed, you know, social media, Netflix, like all this drama, like all this like designer stuff, like all the things like that keep us distracted, the news. Like we need to really be focused on like what we are supposed to be focused on when it comes to our goals, you know, creating generational wealth or trying to be, you know, an entrepreneur or growing your career, whatever it is, you know, take care of your family. Like, we need to be focused on those things to build our communities and to set the stage, set the scenery for the next generation. That's what we all should be focused on. But they got us distracted with all this stuff. So while you're on this journey and you're trying to learn how to be patient, just be focused on it. Like, make the effort and put in the time, put in the work to really like grow and become better at whatever it is that you're trying to do in life. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video.